Hello everyone, Josh here with Exodus Network, bringing out another Outer Plane video, and today we have the updated global tier list. Now, there's only one change that happened on this tier list, but it's a massive change, and that is the inclusion of Wren. Now, we did a tier list, we did our first initial tier list reveal a few days back, and nothing else has changed except for the inclusion of Wren. But it was such a big inclusion that I felt that it was necessary to make a video kind of explaining how she kind of shakes up a little bit with the meta. So right now, we go over here to our tier list using our Outer Plane master sheet, which you can find in the description below. Definitely go check it out. Lots of useful information here. We now have Wren included not only in the top 10, the top 5, but tied right now for #1 with Valentine. This is absolutely incredible. And what's even more crazy is Valentine and Wren are both having their raid up banners at the same time later today when global launch drops. Insane stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I already made a video talking about which banner you should prioritize after you reroll. Go check that out. And we will have an updated reroll guide video here on the channel at some point today too. It might be before this video or after, I'm not sure, but it will be before global launch drop. So, you know, check that out for sure, because there's definitely some news there. A lot of it can be found already on our master sheet if you go over to the reroll section, just to give you guys a quick little tip there if you'd like. But anyways, so nothing else has changed with our rankings except for Wren now being bumped all the way up to #1 or 2, if you will, depending on how you want to view these. They're both at 4.8, both total grade as an SS tier. The only thing keeping them from having all SS's in every different type of category is the fact that they do have a type disadvantage, so you do have to account for the fact that they are a bit of a liability of dying or taking a severe amount of damage in those particular types of content. Outside of that, they're going to be top tier, top shelf in all other content because of the way their skill sets are designed. Now, we've already went through all the heroes outside of Wren in the previous tier list video, which I will also have in the description below, and I'll also pin it in the comment section so you guys and gals can go check it out and kind of see how we tiered up all these heroes individually, why they're ranked the way they are, and it'll just, you know, add a lot more context to kind of what we're doing here and how we're building these tier lists and how much work actually went into it. These were not just thrown together overnight. These were, you know, thrown together over several weeks of testing, doing CBTs as well before that. So lots and lots of work went into this. So I hope you guys do appreciate it and you do enjoy it, and we thank you so much for checking it out. So Wren, what is Wren really doing? What makes her so great? A lot of you might be asking if you're not familiar with Wren. So we used her before in the CBT. Her skill set was already pretty powerful, and you can even check it out more or less at stage 4 or 5 hard in the story of the game. But they took that skill set and actually buffed it. They actually added a little bit of buff to that skill set, which was already pretty powerful. And the reason why Wren did not make it to the tier list before is because we were not sure if they were going to nerf her skills or change them a lot or anything like that. So we didn't want to put her on the tier list yet when we did our initial reveal. But now that everything's been confirmed, here she is, coming in at tied for #1 or #2. I guess you could argue that if you'd like, and we would not disagree, because Valentine is still the unit in the game. So she's going to provide you with a constant 0 cooldown skill 2, which is an AoE that is going to have high damage modifiers, because the entire level ups on all of her skills are providing you with more damage. That is all Wren is all about, is just providing you with tons and tons of damage, cleave potential, and even priority up on her skill 1, so she can take more turns and do more damage. But as long as you have a buff, her skill 2 will always have 0 cooldown. And getting a buff on her is going to be very simple, because you're going to be pairing her up with units like Cindy, you're going to be pairing her up with units like Valentine, obviously, and her own buff that she provides on her ultimate. She also got a little buff on her ultimate that gives her additional attack stat 5% times 3, because you can stack it 3 times when you kill an enemy. And her ultimate is also AoE. Her skill 2 is AoE. That again will have no cooldown because of the situation we just explained, and it also hits for advantage damage no matter what element the other hero is, which is absolutely insane. And she also does the same thing with the advantage for damage against any element with her chain ability for your team. And since she's a companion, You don't have to run her in that last spot. You can run her in the starter spot or the second or third spot, and then all the units therefore after will gain that buff, which is going to be absolutely insane when you're doing chain skills with a unit like Noah, who is the other powerhouse DPS in the game right now. So that's just a little context there about what Wren can do, what she can provide to your team. We're not going fully, through everything with her, but more or less you get the idea of why she's rated so highly on the tier list. So we have Valentine, Wren, we have Veronica, we have Noah, we have Stella. Stella is one that you definitely need to pay attention to, though. We did a video already about how you unlock Stella. Stella is not going to be a hero that you're going to be getting day one, maybe not even week one. She's going to be a unit that you're going to be getting a little bit later on, depending on how hard you play, how much money you spend. It's all going to kind of dictate how fast you're going to unlock her, because you have to beat hard mode of story to unlock Stella, and then you actually have to pull for her in any of the banners that are available. So she might be a unit that you might not get for a long time. If you do plan to save to try and get her, you might have a better chance there. If you whale, obviously you might be able to get her pretty easily. That's all up to personal preference. But yeah, that is definitely something to know about Stella. She's not going to be available immediately. You have to unlock her first. We have our trio of amazing 2-star heroes, Teo, Dolly, Cindy. My goodness, these units are incredible. That's why they're even rated higher than a lot of 3 stars, because they are that dang good. And again, if you want to see the added context, you want to see me break down all these heroes, check out our other tier list video, which again will be in the comment section below, pinned, and then in the description. All right, we have Siren, probably the best healer in the game right now. We have Maxwell, very strong AoE. Vera, which is kind of like a mini Noah, which is always a good thing. Kate, if you don't have Veronica and you're looking for a strong tank, Kate is the way to go. Snow is going to be a powerhouse in PvP because of the way her skill set is, and she's the best starter hero in the game. We have Francesca, a single target beast herself. Laplace, we have Leo, Eliza, Beth. I'm sorry, I skipped Rona. That was intentional. Rona's a bit of a meme on this channel. I do apologize. So we have Rona, we have Beth, we have Sophia, we have Marion, we have Fanon, we have Adelie, we have Philia, we have Alpha, Tanya, Naru Kang, who might be moving up a little bit, because if I'm reading the new patch notes correctly, she might got a little bit of a buff to her damage. And if she does, she might bump up to that potential A tier. So we'll have to see. But for right now, we're going to leave her where she's at. Naru Kang, we have Ava, Iris, Pesketh, Leisha, Alice, Sigma, who's still a disappointment. Probably just the worst. You know what? No, she is. She is the worst 3-star in the game. And you have to beat 100 floors of tower to get her. Why? Please buff Sigma. She's a disappointment. She is an epic failure. For how much work you have to put in to get her, and the fact that she's a 3-star and she's dark, she is bad. So please fix her. Please buff her. Please. We got Edith. We got Yuri, the only 1-star that's worth even building up. We have Lane. We have Kay. We have Fenrir. We have Party. And then all these other 1-stars that are complete trash and not worth the investment at all. There are way better units that are easier to build, more efficient for your resources to be invested into long term. So just these units down here, I won't even touch these units at all at any point right now. They're just not worth it. But from Party up, there you guys go. C tier all the way to SS. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, if you want more added context, go check out the other tier list video in the places that I mentioned they'd be located. So that's it for me. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, check notifications, join us in the Discord in the description below. As always, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Exodus Network. And I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.